Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled, She Chose a Career Over a Man, Now She's Alone. Let's get right into it.
I don't post the content that I know that would make me popular on this app because I have a day job.
Well, that didn't age well because I no longer have a day job, a real job. I was laid off from my job, my six-figure job in tech, about 2.5 or 3 weeks ago.
My sisters, everything you did is finna come back on you because they have people in place, government-wise, to show you we used you to destroy the village. I see the girl. We are the most educated. Yes, they sold you a degree that ain't finna be worth. Yeah.
Well, guys, it looks like Kevin Samuels predicted it right because winter is here for modern women.
It is time for women to come back to the table and come clean. $15 trillion pumped into the economy. There is no more money. There's about to be not a global recession, a global reset. Winter is coming.
Y'all, my corporate job just fired me. I went in today all nicely dressed like I am. And, they sat me down and told me they were letting me go. After 6 years at this company, I am no longer there. The reason, before y'all even get, to thinking that it was because of something that I posted on here, it was not. It was because of budget cuts. And not only was I let go, but others were too. So, yeah, that. It's still surprising to me. I mean, I immediately asked in my, exit, just want to make sure that this is not about performance. And they clarified this is not about your performance. This is solely based on, us not getting the grants and these things that thought we were getting and us having to cut back. And so I had to write it all down as they were talking because I had to make sure, what? What after 6 years?
I just got back from a hot girl walk, which was about 3.5 miles. So, walked around downtown Minneapolis. But real quick, I go through ups and downs of the morning and of losing my job. And in some moments I am so happy and so free and I'm super excited. And in other moments I am so depressed and so disappointed in how much I put into something and it didn't work out.
And y'all thought that the job was going to be a guaranteed thing. You know what I'm saying? You thought. You didn't realize that you picked a job over a man and you were expendable. Women stuck their life on careers and thought to themselves, I don't need no man. I don't need no man. But they didn't realize your job didn't need you. Yeah. You guys are disposable. And the one lady was asking, it wasn't about performance. And they're like, oh, no, it's not about performance. Yeah, it was about necessity, and they didn't need you. Okay? And this is what the enemy does, right? The enemy tries to afflict us through our most vulnerable part. They try to go through your Achilles heel. And women, if you look at the unit of man and women, women are the Achilles heel. And this is why the enemy attacked them. This is why we need women to be on point. We need them to be TTG, trained to go. Because if you're not prepared from the attack from the enemy, what's going to happen? Things going to fall apart. That's why I haven't found my other half just yet. I don't consider my other half. I haven't found a wife for me just yet. Because I haven't met a woman who's prepared to deal with the attack from the enemy. Every girl I met, she's been fooled by the enemy, thinking that, the job, a career is so much more important than my biology. I should delay my biology, right? I should take my prime years and ignore the fact that this is the best chance I have to get a man and a husband and give that away to a job which could dispose of me for budget cuts. Imagine that, you're getting fired for budget. You weren't in the budget. They didn't budget for you, black women. They didn't budget for you. And guess what? Now You're over the hill. You're at the point now where you're about to hit the wall. And guess what? You ain't in the budget for us either. I look at my budget, I'm like, I ain't budgeting for no old woman. Hell no. Especially not a woman that decided to give up her prime years for the government for a lie. Nah, that ain't the type of woman I'm gonna wife. Look at her, yo. Does she like she's in good shape? Does she like she's friendly? Does she like she's feminine? Or does she like she's a hard time and you understand exactly why her job laid her off? I ain't coming to save them, man. I ain't coming to save them. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly, you just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
And how much I put into something and it didn't work out.
108,000 Black women have lost their jobs or been terminated within the last few months. I'm a part of that group. FAMU is under attack by putting a Black woman that has no experience in higher education, is a Trump supporter, and is politically aligned to do his bidding at the institution. Meanwhile, other public HBCUs are under attack for funding. Look at A&T, Tennessee State, and privately held HBCUs are trying to keep their motherfucking head above water. Black women and Black men are fleeing the country in droves and going to other countries like Thailand and China, and even back to Africa.
By May 8th, 2025, 106,000 Black women lost their jobs, including me. And those of us that's been out here trying to find work again, it's basically just been non-existent. And I'm starting to feel like this is by design, because there are over 100,000 women, Black women like me, who have the same story, who has applied for over 300 plus jobs and just not getting it, not getting any replies. There's just no feedback. Or you get the emails that says, hey, we have chosen someone else that has been more qualified for the job, even though my experience and my education fits the job description perfectly. And I don't know what I'm going to do. This is the first time in a long time that I am actually starting to panic. You know, I came from nothing. I came from the bottom of the barrel. And I spent years building myself, educating myself, paying my way through college, going through a lot of experience to get to where I was in my career, for it just to be snatched away. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I am facing homelessness. I'm about to lose my car. I can't pay on my credit card, so my credit is about to take a severe hit. Dashing is not enough. It's just not enough money. There's so many people that are out here unemployed just like me. Incredibly.
And the hard thing about all that she's saying was you sacrificed marriage and a family on the altar of higher education and jobs and careers that thought, you know what? Yeah, I know you got a bachelor's degree. I know you got all this experience, but you ain't qualified. You ain't qualified. Imagine that. You sacrificed 4 years of your most y'all thought sacrifice my time. I'm gonna trade my time for money. Now you realize that that wasn't good money because you lost the time and now you lost the money. Women would do so much just to prove they don't need a man. just to turn around and find out you actually do. Because your job let go of you like this. The minute there was any kind of turbulence at the job, y'all were the first to go. Y'all were the first to go. So imagine that, right? You chose to pursue higher education for 4 years, all the money you spent on that, let's say 300 grand, 200 grand for that, just to get a measly old job that you didn't make enough money to even save yourself, which whatever job you're doing, you definitely don't have alternatives, so you can't find another job in your same industry. Now you're door dashing something below your skill level. And you're about to be homeless. You're about to lose your car, and your credit score is about to go into the dump. And then on the flip side, you say, "Oh, I ain't chasing no men. Oh, men, how come men ain't approaching? Men are not traditional more. What's up with these men? What up with these men?" Y'all never question the system. Y'all never question the school. Hey, how come school costs so much? How come we got to do this for 4 years? How come these jobs, they ain't pay that well the minute you graduate? Y'all spend 200 grand on a degree just to make 40 grand for a job when you graduate college. How is that making sense? But a man? You don't need a man, but you need a degree and you need a job to prove you don't need a man? To me, we much better. And now y'all try to make it seem like, oh, the only men y'all want to date is top tier, as if you had a top tier alternative. Your alternative ain't top tier. Door dashing ain't top tier, especially when you got a degree that you got to still pay back. And by the way, you can't get it removed based, like you have to pay back your student loans, right? They don't just become absolved if you file for bankruptcy, right? Bankruptcy, you know what I'm saying, don't eliminate your loans. So you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. And instead of listening to the male podcasters, the red pill podcasters, when we say, look, use your prime years to find a man, build a family, get in position to be a wife. That way, you guys are splitting that rent down in half, but y'all don't want to go 50-50. Y'all want a man to pay the whole thing or don't pay nothing at all. Pay the whole thing. Hey, girl math don't make no sense. Girl logic don't make no sense. And guess what? Y'all reaping the fruit of y'all roots. This is the roots, right? The roots were so corrupted. Look at the fruit that is bearing. And I don't feel bad. Guys, are we going to save them? Hell no, we ain't going to save them. Y'all better come crawling back on your knees. What the AMS say? You got to suck a whole bunch of dirt. Got to suck a whole bunch of dick if you want to come back to this. I'm just saying, okay? Y'all want to betray your men for some degrees, for some jobs that will get rid of you like this? Now you got to sacrifice it. Now you got to suffer the consequence. You made your bed, now lay in it.
Not enough money. There's so many people that are out here unemployed just like me.
Incredibly difficult to be a Black woman, but it's even more difficult to be a Black woman who is not smiley. When I saw this article, I was shocked but not surprised, disappointed, but yet, can I really be that disappointed? Black women, especially those of us who voted overwhelmingly for a different option, we're going to face backlash on some level. The reality is that a lot of federal workers are or were Black women. I've been thinking a lot about how difficult it is to be a Black woman at work, especially when you are not a smiley Black woman. I am her. She is me. I am not a smiley Black woman. Blame it on the Capricorn in me. If you see me smiling and laughing, you know it's genuine. I can't fake it. In a workplace, especially during times like this when it's difficult to find work, it's going to be even more impactful. As a Black woman, you are expected to show up and put on a show. If you are not showy, if you are not smiley, it can be very difficult to advance. It can be difficult to get sponsored at work, promoted at work, to have your ideas and contributions recognized at work, all because you are not smiley. It's not okay for us to be serious. It's not okay for us to be neurodivergent. My question is for us, what are we doing about it? How are we going to create spaces for ourselves to be ourselves? How are we going to create markets and industries that allow us to not just survive, but to thrive and to grow and to create and to be really strategic about the way that we use our dollars and the way that we move in this economy.
And I get what this woman's trying to say, but that still is no excuse to not be cordial or at least smile at work. A lot of times, as soon as there's an issue, they're looking to cut some people off. They want to save some money in the budget. Those unhappy, non-smiling people are going to be the first ones to go. So I don't like her excuse about that. When it's time to make those cuts, yeah, they're going to get rid of the most unpleasant person in the room first. Like, that's to be expected. If there's 12 employees and you got to get rid of 10 or 8 of them, you're going to get rid of the ones who are not as pleasant to be around. You talking about it's hard for you to even smile at work. It sounds like you don't want to be there anyway.
I just got let go from my job as part of organizational shifts and return to office. As you guys know, I have been a remote employee for the past 5 years, really since the beginning of the pandemic. And I'm crying not because I'm sad that I got let go. Obviously, the instability of losing an income always sucks. What sucks most about being let go is somebody taking control out of your hands. I always preach internally and here at home that we have got to be the people in the driving seat of our futures, of our careers. And when a company takes that control out of your hands, it sucks, because all of a sudden the plan that you had, the roadmap that you were on board for, is gone. Now you've got to start over. And this is why you've always got to have a plan B, a plan C, and most importantly, an emergency fund.
I'm gonna say black fatigue so TikTok can push out this video because that's what's trending. But I want to talk about the unemployment rate within black women. Now, the month-over-month increase in unemployment rate is at 1%. However, that 1% is high. So we went from 5.1% to 6.1%. Now, the unemployment rate in white males also increased by 1%. But their unemployment rate is low. It's like in the 3s or something like that. So let's talk. Do y'all think the U.S. is trying to wage a silent war against black women because they know if they was to say something and make it loud, we would combat it? But I think they're trying to do it silently.
Ain't nobody care about black women that deeply. I'm gonna keep it real with you. It's not about y'all. Y'all think it's about y'all. It's not about y'all. The last girl said we need to have control. Control what? You need to own the vehicle to control. You want to be in the driver's seat, you got to own the vehicle. You got to own the business. One girl talking about industries and industries. How you going to make an industry if you can't even keep your job? F an industry, girl. See, y'all want to be the boss right out of college. Y'all want to be the boss. Y'all want to be the top manager right out of college. You ain't got no experience. You don't know how this works. You have all these ideas, but you ain't got no proof of concept. Too many black women have an ego this big, but they don't got results this big. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Black women want to control you because they're scared of the future. So they feel like if I can control you, I can guarantee my future. But why should I let you control you? Why should I let you get behind the steering wheel if you don't know how to drive? If you don't know how to get to where we're going? Y'all led yourself off a cliff and now y'all want to get in our car and drive. How? You drove your car off a cliff. You lucky to be alive. And you think I'm going to let you get behind the wheel? Fuck wrong with you, girl? What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And look, I believe in what the Bible ordained. The Bible ordained for the man to leave for a reason. See, people talk about, oh, the Bible old, the Bible old, the Bible old. Let me tell you something, man. Principles don't change. Y'all girls don't got no principles, so y'all understand that. Y'all, oh, it's a new time, it's a new world, it's a new world, but old principles. Principles don't change. You can't start off as the boss. You got to work your way up. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. Y'all ain't pay the price. Y'all got little education. Y'all think y'all qualified. Y'all ain't qualified. Your job let you know that. Yeah, you ain't qualified. Yeah, you got all these degrees. You got all this experience. And you still got laid off because you're doing a job that's unnecessary. When it's time to make the cuts, y'all getting cut. So I'm saying this to say that black women, humble yourself. Women in general, humble yourself. Y'all want to live a good life, you gotta find a man that has a plan and knows the way. And he don't gotta be a rich dude. He don't gotta be in the top 1%. He don't gotta be in the top 10%. He don't gotta be a banging, most attractive dude. If you lost a job and you were already married to a man, you know he gonna hold you down. If my wife lost her job, I'm still gonna hold her down. But if some girl giving me attitude lose her job, man, F her, man. Kick her ass to the side of the road. Yeah. That's how I'm coming. The most safest place for a woman to be is in a marriage with a man that's masculine and he got a plan. That's the most safest place. And it don't mean that he's rich. It don't mean that. A lot of these average dudes, y'all guys disqualify, y'all think y'all too good for, could actually prevent y'all from being homeless. But y'all heads are so big. Y'all think y'all know everything so much. Y'all such know-it-alls that y'all think y'all know the way. But you can't prove it with your results. You can't prove it. The way I live way below my means. Way below my means. I afford my rent easy, yo. Respectfully. And if I had another girl to help me and contribute, not even go a little bit, if she went 50-50, then we could afford my rent easily. But no, y'all don't go 50-50, so y'all don't want to be in a situation with a man who could protect you, provide, and y'all splitting the bills down in half so y'all could comfortably afford your lifestyle. Any job would do. If a girl came and tried to shackle up with me, any job would do. We will both survive. We could both still save. We could both still have cars. And you could do that with any average man, I'm just saying. But y'all don't listen. Y'all don't think. Y'all been listening to people that been lying to y'all so they can make money off of y'all. See, it's not a war against black people or black women. It's a war against fools. And y'all happen to be the fools. That's what the war is against. Yeah, we're going to bully up these fools. We're going to sell them a bag of lies. We're going to sell them dreams. And when we don't need them anymore, good riddance. Kick them to the side of the road. You know what I'm saying? And y'all didn't know. Y'all had a seat at the table, but you didn't know that you were the loser. You had no idea that you were the joker. Joke's on you. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.